Hey guys, this is AJ.
This is Jurn Simmons, aka Ernie S.
And we are going to talk about Dragon Ball Z today.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was just Dragon Ball in general, right? Was the idea.
I
So
put
we can cover. Yeah.
I put
But we
DBZ,
can-
but obviously it's going to go into Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and possible GT and Super.
Yeah. Exactly. And it's also like I think the idea for it was because fucking correct me if I'm wrong, but
You're wrong.
okay, thanks for correcting me.
Gotcha, dude.
But like what I've been led to believe is that like it's not just talking about like just the series and stuff. It's also more about like other forms of media with Dragon Ball, like Dragon Ball games and like that sort of thing.
Yeah, sure.
And,
It can incorporate like anything Dragon Ball Z related. I'm not going to just relegate it to the amazing show.
yeah. I mean, like, where do you want to start though? I feel like the best place to start is to start with the show because that's probably how we both got into it.
I was going to say the best place to start is to start with the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
Ernie S, could you please tell me, when was it you were first introduced to Dragon Ball Z?
I don't honestly like it. It was still in elementary school. I don't exactly remember how old I was. Oh, nice, cracking over that monster, bro.
You're fucking right. It's the second one in 5 minutes.
Oh my god, dude.
Come for me. I actually have a really busy day today. I have to do this. I have to finish my lessons, and then I have to go to the gym, and then I have like a really long like training I have to run tonight. So,
Dude, I was driving back from the gym earlier. I was considering like stopping at like a fucking gas station or whatever, like grab a monster. But then I also considered that like while I was at the gym working out, my heart was going like 100 miles per hour.
Oh no!
So I was like, maybe it's not the move right now.
Ernie, don't fuck around and have a heart attack. I don't know what I'd do if I lost you.
I don't think it's going to be that bad. It's just because like today was super fucking hot over here. And I did really heavy rack pulls.
Ernie, yes, I'm just saying,
So-
if you pass away, my very last wrestling match will be your memorial show. I ain't doing this without you, bruv. I ain't doing this without you. Also, by the way, I will be the main
appreciate
event.
that.
I will be the main event of your memorial show. So let's.
If
not
they
get it
don't
twisted.
fucking, dude, if the if the main event isn't you versus like Dragon or something, I don't know what the fuck.
Right? That's what I was thinking too. It's not gonna be the best wrestling match in the world, but by God, it'll be for Ernie S.
Yeah. But anyway, like I started watching Dragon Ball Z like when it initially aired. Here
Oh
in the
fuck yeah! Way to get
Netherlands.
right back on topic. I am so impressed right now.
No problem, dude. Like when I was still like in elementary school,
Uh-huh.
so it was like late '90s, I guess.
Yeah.
And like immediately started with like Saiyan Saga, which is like I'm pretty sure it was very first episode because I do definitely remember like Raditz landing and all of that kind of stuff. Like I remember seeing that on TV and everything. And I think like pretty much like right away I was just hooked because it's just like big buff men in weird outfits beating each other up and shooting energy beams. So I was like, oh, this is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, that's how it started for me. What about you?
So here in the States, at least in my area, like it would be on sporadically. Like it was never until years later when I was already like a teen, or I think even an adult, with Dragon Ball Z Kai, the abbreviated version. Dragon Ball Z never really had like, as far as I know, a permanent time slot on regular TV because I didn't have cable or anything like that. So like every once in a while in morning cartoons or afternoon cartoons, like it would be on for like the day or for a couple weeks, and then it would be just taken off the time slot again, and I wouldn't be able to find it.
Oh, that's weird, dude.
So, like, at least that's my recollection. I could have also been so young that I didn't really know how TV guides worked and how to figure out when it would be on next. But it was very rare that I found it. And then every once in a while, like, I'd turn on a Saturday morning cartoon, and, like, I remember, like, seeing in, like, early episode of the Saiyan Saga and Vegeta, like, fucking with his scout reader. Or a
scouter.
And I was just kind of like, oh, hey, it's back on. And then, like, so it was very sporadic. But then I would go to the local library, and you could rent VHS tapes.
Oh, okay,
And
yeah.
they had 3 Dragon Ball Z VHS tapes that were all, each one had 3 episodes on it, and it was all around the Cell Saga.
Oh,
So I
okay,
would
yeah.
watch the so I watched the Piccolo Android 17 fight like a million times, which
It's
is
one of the
really,
best fights,
yeah, it's
though.
really
So.
good anyway. But it was that episode and the two before it. There was also the episode where maybe it was just 2 VHS tapes because maybe it was 6 total. It was the 2 before that and then that fight and then the one where Tien's holding off Cell, and right after
Oh,
Cell
yeah.
becomes his second form, and like the ones around that, and them going into the hyperbolic time chamber. But it never got far enough to where anybody came out and actually fought. So I missed like
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Vegeta,
yeah,
like
yeah.
Ascended Vegeta versus Cell, and I missed Ascended Trunks versus Cell and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the thing, like, because I think we've both talked about before how Cell Saga's both of ours favorite saga
It's
of Dragon
it's
Ball.
an incredible accident, like the whole
Yeah,
writing of it and everything.
but the thing is as well, like I remember, so like how it would happen over here is they would run like episodes and like they would release them, but like at some point, like yeah, like they wouldn't have new episodes or whatever, so they just play it again from the start. So I saw like Saiyan Saga like fucking 4 times, and then like a bunch of like the Frieza and Namek Saga I saw a bunch as well. But like I was like anxiously anticipating like what was going to happen after the Frieza Saga, and then it finally like aired, and then like they revealed Cell, and then it started over again. I was like, no.
Oh
So
man,
so but then later it was a thing of like, all right, like it was starting back up, but I remember one day I had to do like some like soccer thing because you know like as a kid over here you're always like
playing
every fucking
soccer.
kid plays soccer,
Yeah,
yeah,
we're Europeans. They're trying to get that money young.
yeah. So I had to do some soccer thing with Dragon Ball Z was on. So I was like, God damn it, like I don't want to miss it, you know, what if it's like a new episode and stuff. So I remember like I had my dad videotape it, and then I watched it, and it was one of the Android Saga episodes I'd already seen. So I was just like, oh, I really appreciate the help, Dad, but I already saw it. He was like, yeah, that's all right. Yeah. Like he didn't really give a fuck. But yeah, I just I remember there just being endless like reruns. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it just like started over and over and over. And then like at one point, um I remember like me and my brother, like we had a PlayStation 1, and then wait, yeah, bless
Sorry.
you.
Sorry.
We had a bunch of like bootleg games and shit.
Fuck
And
yeah.
one of them was like Ultimate Battle 22.
I had that. Hated it.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucked. Like it was a really bad
I
game,
still
but it
spent
was
days on it, but
yeah, same. Like me and my brother both acknowledged that it was really bad because we didn't know how to do anything, right? But it's like the only Dragon Ball Z game we had at the time, and the intro was fucking sick. So,
yeah.
because I definitely remember that. But then like they had a bunch of like Buu Saga characters,
Yeah.
like Great Saiyaman, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. They had Gogeta, I'm pretty sure. So I just remember like playing that, being like, "What? Who the fuck are these guys?"
Yeah.
You know, I thought like I didn't even think like Super Saiyan 3 Goku was Goku. I thought it was like a completely different dude, like an alternate dimension type of thing. I was like, "Oh my god, that's sick!" Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Great Saiyaman, I thought it was like some kind of like another long lost Saiyan who had just become like a galactic hero, kind of like fucking what Jacko turned out to be, like Galactic Patrol kind of guy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Which I
That's what
love
I
how they
thought.
just kind of like retcon him into it, like Super
Yeah,
Jocko.
yeah,
Like the entire time I was looking at, because like Mai and the other guys, like they're from original Dragon Ball.
yeah.
But like when Jocko popped up, I was like, wait, is he in Dragon Ball? And they just brought him back, and I just don't know this. Like, who the fuck is this dude? And I looked it up. I was like, oh, they literally just like retconned him into Super. This is amazing.
Yeah, they just forced him in. It's like, yeah, he's known Bulma for ages. Like,
Yeah.
who gives a fuck?
They go
You know?
way back.
Yeah. But yeah, like I remember just like being amazed by that, by Ultimate Battle 22, and I think we also had like Final Bout which was like a GT game,
Oh,
which was even worse.
I bet.
And I was like, all right, fuck this game. Like, I barely spent any time on that. Yeah.
See, for some reason, I knew a large majority of. I'm looking up Final Bout now. I knew a large majority of the characters. Like, I think I still got it. The game in like early 2000s and the 90s when it came out, 95. So I think maybe later 90s.
Yeah.
Because maybe that's when it came out in the States. I don't know. Or I just bought it later. Who knows? But I knew a few of the characters, but like Great Saiyaman and Hercule and stuff threw me off. But for some reason, like I knew Boo and stuff. Because I think a couple years after, like I would rent the VHSs or whatever, like Walmart for some reason had like the entire Boo saga on those VHSs for like $4 each.
Oh shit!
So
That's pretty dope.
each week I'd go and buy like another one of the things, but the thing was, it wasn't even on their shelves because VHSs were already half dead at this point. Like,
Yeah.
they were on top of like this case with games in it, and it wasn't advertised. It just had a sticker next to it that said $4. Like, it was so out of the way. Like, I felt like I was the only person that knew where these things were in the store. So I would walk up, grab one, and then like it was kind of a crapshoot. You actually had to take it out of the box and make sure it was working because these things would fall off the top of that fucking case the whole time.
Yeah.
So like every once in a while, I'd buy one for $4 and get home, and like there'd be like the squiggly lines, and it wouldn't work the best, but like, I loved it. So I kind of knew of the Boo saga from that a little bit. I think either before or right after I got the game.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I just like I don't remember if like I think there was a version of Boo in Ultimate Battle 22 as well, right? Because I think like the Boos are in like the intro.
It looks like Beerus is in it.
Ultimate Battle 22.
Oh wait,
Dude,
no,
Beerus
this
didn't
is
exist.
this is new. This is Final Bout 2 or something. I guess we're gonna make another one or something. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, but like I remember him being in the intro because I think like he fights Gohan in the intro, right? Which I always thought like the Ultimate Battle 22 intro. It's pretty funny because from what I remember, I think it's like Goku fighting Frieza, and it's just like Goku base form, fighting Frieza,
Yeah.
and then like he's going like equal with him, and it's like Gohan versus Boo, and Gohan beats the fuck out of Boo.
Yeah.
And then it's like Piccolo against Cell, and Piccolo just gets washed. It's like, all right, like,
actually,
like the heroes like don't lose except for Piccolo. Yeah,
I'm watching the intro right now, and it does look pretty sick. It's just like the animated show.
yeah.
It's Goku.
Oh wait, like, no, I'm thinking of the Final Bout intro right now. Actually.
Oh, okay. The Ultimate 22 one is actually pretty fucking.
Yeah. Because the Ultimate Battle 22 one just shows like the characters one after another. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, just like I'm getting them confused, but like both intros were iconic, dude. There's something else, but I remember thinking like Ultimate Battle 22 sucked, right? But it was still like the better one out of Ultimate Battle 22 and Final Bout. So I just played the crap out of Ultimate Battle 22.
Yeah.
And I never understood the game at all. I remember playing it with like friends of mine who weren't super into Dragon Ball, and they were just like, "Why are you playing this? Let's just play Tekken 3." And I was like, "Okay."
You know what I just realized in watching this intro is maybe I didn't get those Super Boo tapes yet when playing this game, because now I remember seeing Gotenks and finding out about Goten and Trunks and being like, "Who the fuck is Goten? And why the fuck is Trunks a child now?"
Dude, I remember hating Gotenks so much.
What?
When I was younger, right? Because it's like, but now that I look back on it, I love Gotenks.
Oh, he's the ultimate little troll character. He's great. He's
exactly.
literally a child that's as powerful as it could be.
Which is why I hated him as a kid. Because as a kid, you're all fucking edgy and shit, and you want everybody to be a fucking badass.
You're talking to the wrong kid. I was not edgy. I was rounded.
Okay,
I had dull points.
I was an edgy kid. Yeah,
I bet. Fucking edgelord Jurn.
Yeah, for sure. But I was just like with Gotenks, I was just like, dude, just fucking kill Boo already. Yeah, I mean, like you're wasting your potential.
Stop playing with your food.
Yeah. Just get after it, my dude. But now I look back on it, I think Gotenks is awesome as a character because it's a fusion of two like fucking infants. Basically like two like immature kids that have like insane power. You know what I mean? So what are they gonna do? Well, they're gonna fuck around with that power. So like it's awesome.
Yeah, and they're gonna
Like
make
looking back on it,
ridiculous attacks with it.
yeah. Like I love, like, dude, like I love all the fucking the gimmicky hokey attacks from Gotenks now,
Dude.
like the Super Ghost Kamikaze.
Yeah, they
attack
just
and
make
all
little
that
fucking
stuff.
energy ghosts.
Yeah, he makes the galactic donut.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so fucking dope. But yeah, back in the day, I hated him. But then, because back in the day, I loved Vegeta,
Yeah.
and Piccolo because they were like brooding
Yeah,
and like I like Future Trunks
yeah,
because like I think like a really cool part of Future Trunks' character is that he because his future's all fucked up, like everybody's dead. So whereas like a lot of them still like really enjoy fighting, like in the spirit of competition. And he's just like, no, we got to just get this shit done. Like
it's
let's not
necessity where
waste
I'm
time.
from.
Yeah, exactly.
Trunks,
Like you guys don't understand. Like no one survives.
Future Trunks, for me was or is my all time favorite. Specifically, like Future Trunks that comes out of the hyperbolic time chamber after being in there with his father for a year, just probably emotionally abused. Like his hair partially cut, but the rest in a ponytail, and he goes like Ascended Saiyan, which is just like overly muscular Saiyan, and like that Trunks,
Which is the best form of saying.
yeah, that Trunks is my favorite, and he's also just so piss and vinegar at that point, and so like brooding and like almost mysterious, just for the fact that like he kind of came over that way, but then he was locked in the hyperbolic time chamber for a year with Vegeta, so you ain't coming out okay.
Yeah.
And then then when that scene where he goes against Cell and he's just fucking enraged was so badass. Like even Krillin and like Piccolo are like, is he even still gonna be on our side? Like, is this even the same guy?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's also like they're just they're just going like, what the fuck? Like, why was he hiding this the entire time? Like he could have taken care of business right away, but then
But he had to let his father do it first, and then
yeah, because of Vegeta saying pride. Yeah, so
lame. Mofo Matt says
like,
Trunks on the juice was cool. You're goddamn right.
yeah, I big agree with that. Vegeta on the juice was cool too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. Where it's like I think like in that fight, like Sal even points out to Trunks, it's just like like honestly, Vegeta probably could have done this. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like gotten even stronger and that big. He just knows he would have been too slow because he actually has experience fighting instead of just getting the
Pissed.
shit kicked out of him.
Yeah. Like your experience in fighting is getting pissed and people dying. Vegeta's won his whole life. Like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and like Matt brings it up. Sal admits he could do it too. Yeah, and like he does it as well.
Yeah.
Which is like, but then it's funny later when Cell gets his shit kicked in by Gohan, and like he gets put into a corner, he beefs up like huge as well.
Yeah.
Just as like a last resort kind of thing, but he still gets fucked up.
And it's cool that image too, because like Cell's kind of like a taller person, but like kind of not person, but a taller being, but like relatively close to size to everybody. But then when he does that, and you just see him fighting little Gohan, he's just this huge dude, and Gohan punches him in the stomach. It's really fun to watch.
Yeah. I mean, like Cell is tall though, like compared to the other characters as well. Because like him, like versus Goku, like because I think like Goku's like average height, right? For most of the characters, like he's like way taller than Goku, so he's like Piccolo height,
Yeah.
I guess. But
Cell is?
but I do see your point. Like he also just like he's very like slender and stuff. Yeah, I mean. So when he bulks up even more, like when he gets all pissed off, and then like just like towers over Gohan, Gohan just gives him like the kick in the gut and shit, and he throws up 18. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Which even as
Fucking lit, bro.
That's how good that story arc is. That he can literally like the thing he absorbed to become more powerful. We can just settle the fact that it was really just resting in his stomach, and he just needed to have them in him, and that he can just throw them up. we kind of let that logic go.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, I don't know. Like, I do love Cell though.
Yeah. No
but
one's no
I
one's
do
saying that
think
you
it's
don't.
like no. But I do think like he did somewhat start like a bad trend
Of constant
in
power
Dragon
ups.
yeah,
Yeah.
in Dragon Ball, right? Because it was the thing of like, okay, with the Saiyans, like yeah, they're fucking strong and like evil and like galaxy conquering and stuff.
Hmm.
But Goku's gonna learn new techniques because
Yeah.
Goku's actually like weaker than Vegeta, but
Yeah.
because of the Kaioken technique, he can beat him. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And even then, like Vegeta, like mostly just beats his ass, and then
Yeah. If
through the
Goku
power of friendship,
if Goku didn't have like Gohan, Krillin, and Yajirobe, like Goku,
Yajirobe,
yeah,
yeah,
Goku would have been dead.
yeah,
Because those
exactly,
those Saiyans, as we established, those Saiyans are real go-getters, you guys.
yeah. And then like Frieza, for example, like Frieza's dope because like Frieza's just a huge power spike as well.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still gimmicky because he's the first one to really like bring out transformations. I guess like Zarbon kind of introduces it, but he like transforms and shit. But then he still has the stuff like, oh, he can't sense energy and that sort of stuff.
Who is this?
You know what I mean? Frieza.
Oh yeah,
But then Cell is just like, all right, I know everybody's techniques. I've got everybody's powers. I can regenerate. And then like you get Boo is like, yeah, I can regenerate too, and I can do the Kamehameha too after seeing it once, and then this and that. It's
Yeah.
just like, oh, okay.
I think
Which is like,
Mofo Matt actually brought up that point. He says Cell also made regeneration common in the villains, which I'm not a big fan of. Which is true, like you
yeah,
just said, like Cell did these stuff, which put them in a
I
severe
like
disadvantage.
I liked
so.
it when Cell had it.
Yeah, because it
Like
made
I liked it when
sense.
Cell had it. Yeah, because it's just like, oh yeah, it's the Piccolo regeneration thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is, I guess, like Piccolo introduced it, but it was just like it just lay dormant for a long time. But but that's the thing, because I remember like because I completely forgot about it, even though like Cell had regenerated a couple of times back then.
Hmm.
I had completely forgotten about it. Like for example, like when Vegeta hit the final flash. And I was just like, oh, yeah, fuck yeah, Vegeta, you fucking got him. And
Yeah,
then he just
boomed
like,
him.
regenerates his arm. And I was just like, fuck!
No.
This asshole, like, don't. But, but yeah, like it's, because like, but then like Boo had it. And I was just like, I don't know, like not now it's just cheesy.
I didn't mind
Yeah,
so
I mean,
much with Boo having it because like he was like a gooey substance or whatever, I guess. But yeah, after having it happen right after Cell was a little
Yeah.
lame. But I like the idea of Boo being like this, like pretty much this infection created to like conquer the universe that is just like all being and just runs roughshod through it. Like I like the
Yeah.
idea of it.
Yeah, I like Boo as well. Like for the most part, I also like because something that Dragon Ball does really well, like in pretty much all of its characters, right? So both protag and antagonist, is that they're very cleverly gimmicked. You know what I mean? Which I like. I've talked to like a bunch of people about this, where it's just like I think a lot of wrestlers could learn about this shit. If they just watch Dragon Ball.
Yeah, because so many
To see
wrestlers
how,
come
like, all the
out
characters.
and they have to explain who they are rather than like every like again DBZ character, which is how a wrestler should be. They just kind of
Yeah.
appear and you're like, oh, I get this fucker.
Yeah, exactly.
You learn of their
So-
backstory later, and you're kind of like whatever. But once like Kid Buu shows up and he cracks his neck and he gives that little smile, and like he just laughs maniacally, you're like, oh okay, this is just fucking evil. Like and this is
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about Boo. That's like I think is super dope. Like his like absorption, like ability, right?
yeah.
Is super cool because he takes on like characteristics of others.
Mhm.
So, so like when he's Super Boo or like when he's Fat Boo, I mean, like he's got like the kind-hearted Kai in him and stuff.
Yeah,
so
I think
he's
it's
just like
North Kai, I
way
think it
more
is.
just jolly.
Which I really like that
Yeah, I
arc
remember.
too, because when they're explaining his history and how he went through some of the Kais and would just absorb them to take their powers. Like the one they
Yeah.
hinted to, like he kind of let him take control because he knew his nature would maybe calm Boo down a little bit. And then it
Yeah.
shows Bobbity being like, "Wait, what the fuck happened to my Boo?"
Yeah. But that is the thing as well, like, because I'm pretty sure it's established as well. Like, my favorite form of Boo is Super Boo, but because he's got like the blend. Like when he's like regular Super Boo, he's got the blend of like Kid Boo's like
Aggression and
yeah, like maniacalness, I guess.
yeah.
And then like Fat Boo's just like
He's still a bit of a simpleton.
somewhat, yeah, somewhat intelligent,
Yeah.
you know, because like Kid Buu like doesn't speak, like he doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
He's just caveman Unga Boonga. So so then like, but then Super Buu, like when he absorbs others, like becomes like smarter and like
Yeah.
a better fighter and all of that kind of stuff as well, which I think is super dope. And I think it gets established that like, yeah, like Super Buu is stronger than Kid Buu. Yeah, I mean, like power level and all that kind of shit. Like he's stronger than Kid Buu, especially like Ultimate Gohan absorbed Super Buu. But Kid Buu's just so fucking chaotic and out of control that he's way harder to deal with.
I don't know. I never got that inkling. I think I watched like a YouTube video once that explained it, but like the way it was portrayed to me was always like, okay, Kid Boo's the end all be all. He's way powerful than them all. But like one or two instances when Super Boo had absorbed somebody, he might have peaked past Kid Boo a little bit. Like when he absorbed Ultimate Gohan and like possibly Gotenks as well. But then luckily getting them out of him, like he powered back down, and then Kid Buu is like his most powerful natural form, I guess.
Well, the thing is, like, I think a big indicator to it is like Goku, like especially in the manga, doesn't even try to fight Super Buu. You know, because he knows he can't win. So he just like he wants to fuse with Gohan, and then like when that fucking fails because Gohan's a goober, and then fucking so then he finds out about Vegeta. He fuses with Vegeta, right? Because he knows he can't take him. Whereas like before they fight Kid Buu, Vegeta and Goku do like rock paper scissors. All right, let's see. Instead of just like going in together, they're like confident enough that one of them can take him. So I think that's a pretty good indication of my point.
I don't know.
Like,
I'm not arguing your point, but like for me, because when they were fighting on that planet or whatever, it was all to like stall for time or whatever for a plan. So one needed to take on Kid Buu and not necessarily win, but keep him busy for the other one. Because like the whole line of Vegeta being
that was
like,
later though. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
So that was later because like so Goku fights Kid Buu and like he thinks he can take him and stuff, right? But the whole thing is like because Super Saiyan 3 is so draining, he runs out of energy the entire time. So then Vegeta goes and fights him. He's like, okay, I'll hold him off for you to like be able to power back up. But then like it just like doesn't work out. Like Goku can't do it. So then he has to stall for the Spirit Bomb.
Mm-hmm.
So, but at first Goku fights Kid Buu and he's confident he can take him. So it's just how it is, dog. Like,
No. No.
you gonna fucking question me on Dragon Ball knowledge, bro?
Now I want to Google it. I slightly disagree, but
Okay.
also I remember like one scene I really.
I mean, like Matt is backing me up in the chat. So
let me see what Matt has to say. Yeah, like he's saying the same things you just did. I said, I thought Boo Tanks and like Super Boo or like Ultimate Super Boo or whatever was more powerful than Kid Boo, but Kid Boo was the end all be all form. Which is
yeah, I mean like Kid Boo's the pure form, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like how Boo started, basically. Like it's how Boo was designed. It's Kid Boo.
Of Boo.
It's how he was created by Bibbidi, I guess.
Bobbity.
So I mean Bobbidi was later. Bibbidi was like Bobbidi's dad, right? And then like Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. Can we talk about that as well? Like how Dragon Ball characters are named?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo is awesome, right? And then Frieza's army is incredible. Like I love that. Frieza is the fridge, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you have the Saiyans, who are all named after vegetables, which go in a fridge. And then you have like other Frieza soldiers that are all named after fruits, you know. And then you have the Ginyu Force, which is all named after dairy products. So Frieza's the fridge, and all of those that work for him are the products that go in the fridge. So it's amazing.
Man, they must have just been bored that day.
It's a great way to come up with names, I suppose. Yeah. And yeah, as Matt points out, his dad is King Cold, Freeze's
Yeah.
dad, and his brother is Cooler.
His brother is cooler.
Yeah.
Wordplay. I also love how their ancient descendant is what was it in the Bardock movie?
Lord
Lord
Chilled,
Shield, yeah.
I think.
So yeah, I just found it. Power-wise, Super Boo's stronger, but Kid Boo's destructive nature and irrationality is the reason people consider him the strongest.
Yeah, like he's the most dangerous because of how chaotic he is.
Like according to Goku and Vegeta, his power spikes up when he changes from Super Boo to the Huge Boo, but goes back down when he reverts to Kid Boo.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Because the thing is as well, like that's a big difference, right? Because I love the scene like with Super Boo where he goes to Kami's lookout and he confronts all all of them, right? Like
Yeah.
especially Piccolo. And Piccolo goes like, "Hey, like we have a fighter that's like he's preparing for you. He's super strong. He'll be a real challenge, but you gotta wait a day, you know."
How long
And he's
is a
like, "How
day?"
long is a day?" You know, and he whips out this fucking hourglass or whatever. And then he waits the full day, you know, and then he goes like, "The day is up. Where is he?" He's like, "I guess he's not ready. You gotta wait a little longer." He's like, "I can't wait longer." You know, it's like, and he like, I think they tried to stall by going like, "Hey, you know, maybe there's like some people on Earth you can fight, you know, like just like for entertainment's sake. I don't know." And then he just circles the lookout, and then he does like the human extinction attack, where he just like shoots lasers towards everybody on Earth, and just kills everybody. And then he goes like, "All right, I'm done with everybody on Earth. Where is he?" And then Piccolo leads him to the hyperbolic time chamber. I think later, I think when he busts out of it, he kills everybody on the lookout as well. But the thing is when Kid Buu shows up, right? He just kind of hangs out at first, and then just immediately blows up Earth, right? Doesn't even think about it. So I think that's very telling of the difference, you know? Where he's just irrational. He can't be reasoned with at all. You could even talk a little bit with Super Buu at least. But Kid Buu is just no, I'm just gonna blow everything up.
He's just like, ha ha, and then boom.
Yeah. And then he goes through the entire galaxy, just blowing shit up and trying to find fucking Goku and Vegeta to fight him. Which is, I don't know, it's cool. Like I said, it's very cleverly gimmicked.
Yeah.
I think I once talked to Fred Yehai about this, where we talked about Cell. But I love Cell as a villain, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. I love so many of the Dragon Ball characters, but Cell is so cool because his whole thing is just he was built by assembling the cells of all the world's greatest fighters. So his whole fucking thing is that he loves fighting, you know. So he keeps wanting to improve, get to his perfect form, so he can fight to his fullest potential. That's his whole thing, right? And then because then he's disappointed by Goku, who he's believed the entire time is the strongest and is his equal, but he has to hold back on him, you know. So but then when Gohan, when he finds out about Gohan's hidden anger and potential, you know, he does his damnedest to try and unlock it. You know what I mean? He goes to hurts his friends and family, and he threatens to blow up a planet, all that kind of stuff, just to get him stronger, so that he could have a fun fight. And then once Gohan does transform, starts kicking the shit out of him, he immediately just goes coward's way out and tries to blow up the planet and shit. I think it's incredible. He's all of this moxie and bravado. And as soon as his fucking back's against the wall, it's all gone. Which is sign of a great villain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As soon as shit turns around on you, you're the biggest fucking coward there is.
Goddamn right.
Yeah. So I think that's incredible because that's the whole thing with because Frieza's not like that at all, right? Frieza doesn't like fighting, doesn't like getting his hands dirty. So Frieza,
Which is why I loved the
like,
Golden Frieza arc, because he was like, I actually have to train. I've
yeah,
never
yeah.
trained. I was born this strong, and now I actually have to like somehow fight and like train, and
Yeah.
actually have to get my hands dirty to be better than those fucking uncivilized monkeys.
Yeah.
And like I thought that was great too, because then he has that training partner who literally just gets the shit kicked out of him for fucking how God knows how long, and but
Yeah,
because
but
of
he
that
gets
he gets
stronger of
super
it too.
he gets super strong too. And then like I
Yeah.
love it how he's ends up being a way to establish Vegeta and Goku's new power, because like Vegeta just one hits him and it's just like, yeah, he's dead, so you know,
Yeah.
good for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was just like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, but that's like once again like that's what Dragon Ball does so well too. It's just like it's very good at like I guess like establishing like the strength
Yeah.
of everybody, right?
Even if the power
So,
levels
like,
get kind of crazy every now and then, they do a really good job of letting you know who stands where.
yeah, but I think they did that like I think they did a really good job of that in Super, where they kind of said like, yeah, let's just kind of forget about power levels, you know, and just more like, well, like Goku and Vegeta have God key now, so like they have like it's a different kind of key that they're able to manipulate, which makes them stronger and stuff, right? Instead of like, no, they're fucking bursting through the fucking barriers again,
Yeah.
you know. So it's like a different kind of avenue, and then it's the thing as well, where it's like like what I love about like characters in Super, like I love Hit, because Hit like I love that scene where Hit like fake powers up.
Yeah. Like,
He's just like he's just like at a certain power the entire time. He's just like, what the fuck? Like these guys are getting
yeah,
stronger,
like real
like by powering up.
like real quick,
Yeah.
real quick. What that's something I love about Super is it kind of goes back to Dragon Ball in a sense. Like it corrects its own issue. Like
Yeah,
Dragon Ball
yeah.
Super really goes above and beyond with power levels and the next level by making them gods and stuff by that. But then really quickly is like, okay, we can't get too carried away with this, because that's what we've always kind of done is just up the power levels more and more, and that's a little ridiculous. So we'll go back to
Yeah,
Dragon Ball
like,
where we depower everybody and we kind of like the guys aren't as powerful as Goku and Vegeta by any means, but they have gimmicks that throws them off.
yeah, they have tricks,
Yeah.
you know. Like that's the thing. Like I like the fight with like Goku and Krillin as well, where Krillin's just been like, yeah, just been working on techniques instead of getting stronger. You know what I mean? And then he like still like, you know, that like he still kind of takes Goku for a loop, you know.
Yeah.
But that's like but that's like 'cause I love Hit. Like I like him as a character. You know what I mean? Like he's just like this cold, callous assassin, but he does like have some sort of code of honor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But also like I like him as like a story element. You know what I mean? Because he's the one that slows down that whole power leveling shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because it's like because Frieza like doesn't. Yeah, I mean, and Beerus doesn't, because Beerus is fucking strong. You know, he's like god of destruction. It's just like, yeah, we can't touch him, but you know, we somewhat challenge him in a fight. Like Goku somewhat challenged him in a fight, so he let us be. You know what I mean? Whereas like Frieza now gets super duper strong, but then like we still beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, whereas Hit is just like, yeah, he's like just as strong as Goku and Vegeta, maybe weaker. But because of his time skip, they just can't fucking beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because of his gimmick, they can't beat him. So, like, I love Hit for that reason.
Yeah. And that reminds me
And
of
that's like,
Frieza
yeah.
coming back is like, you know how like in every television show that's like kind of a serial show, they have the villain of the week, but then they have the villain in the background that's always kind of there that isn't quite as powerful as the heroes, but he's lurking and waiting for a spot. Like they kind of made Frieza that for Super.
Yeah.
And I think that's
for
really,
sure.
really neat because he did all that training and stuff to come back, but then wasn't quite powerful enough, but still like a force to be reckoned
Yeah.
with. And now he's just alive again and has like his Frieza force.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was really cool. I'm super like intrigued to find out if they're gonna like what they're gonna do with Broly
Yeah.
moving forward, because like Broly was the biggest fucking glow up of the century, dude. Because like Broly, like the initial movie, right, was a huge success because it's just like, oh, evil Saiyan that's super fucking strong.
Yeah,
so like
and it's
just
amazing.
the entire idea, yeah, he just fucking curb stomps everybody until fucking One Punch Man Goku comes in. But but the thing is, like the idea behind him was way cooler than the execution, because it's just like, oh yeah, like why is he so fucking strong? He was just born strong. You know what I mean? And then it's also like, well, like what's his thing? He hates Goku. Why? Because Goku made him cry as a baby. Okay.
What? And then I love how in the bridge they even talked about it, because they're like, wait, Vegeta's like, wait, shouldn't you guys hate me? My father tried to kill both of you and abandoned you. Kakarot just cried the whole time, like, I ruined your life. And they're like, yeah, we'll get to you.
Yeah, I like how Paragus goes like, no, I hate you.
Yeah.
Broly hates Kakarot.
Yeah.
And so, but then like that's why I think like they did really well, like with the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, which is so insanely fucking good. Like I love that movie so much. But it's really just like, okay, like we'll take the origin story, modify it a little bit, and we're actually gonna make shit make sense. Yeah. And then like, because that's the thing what I love about that movie, dude, as well as like when Paragus and Broly show up with Frieza on Earth, which is like, once again, like to your point, where Frieza's kind of the guy in the background there the entire time, like scheming and plotting, like he's there to like just kind of taunting Goku and Vegeta. But then, like, first of all, like, the entire scene is super dope when Broly just walks down the stairs and, like, kind of, like, looks at Goku and Vegeta, and they immediately, like, feel that power surge from him.
Yeah.
But then
they're just like, why the fuck is there an ear around his waist?
Yeah. It's like, man, this guy's a savage. But then, like, it's the thing was, like, Paragus just like sees Vegeta and he's like, yeah, that's him, all right. That's the fucking prince, because he looks exactly like his fucking
looks
dad.
Like his dickhead. Yeah, looks like his dickhead father, but without all that dumb facial hair.
Yeah, exactly. And then like, but like as soon as he says like, yeah, that's Vegeta, you like Broly just like starts tensing up and just gets angry, and then Frieza goes like, oh, yeah. He really can't help himself, can he?
Yeah.
And Paragus is just like, nah, he's kind of wild boy. You know? Like, you know? And then Frieza's just like, well, let's not waste any time. And then Paragus is just like, yeah, do it, Broly. And he fucking, like, he goes straight after Vegeta. It's probably like, and then like, it's never said, but it's just implied that Paragus has just been like, because Paragus has been training and raising Broly, obviously. They like tells him the entire time of like, hey, like, we gotta get revenge in this fucking Vegeta asshole.
And that's the thing, is I love the Paragus, right?
Yes.
The Paragus aspect of it, where like in the original movie, he was kind of like, this is my proud boy, I love him, I just have to control him. But like in this version, he threw away his life to save his boy, and then because of it was stranded on a like remote planet with him full of just savage creatures for like 40 years. So coming out of this, he isn't this like glowing, gushing father like, this is my boy, this is my pride and joy. He's kind of bitter and almost resentful towards Broly, and like I feel like that hate and that you feel that hate and resentment in a sense, even though that's his kid and that's who he risked everything for. He's like, Broly is like a means to an end almost.
It's almost a means to an end, but you can like in between stuff, like you can tell like he loves him. I think like it's such a like cool dynamic of like a father-son relationship, like between Saiyans, which has never really been done before. Yeah, I mean, except for maybe like Goku and his kids, but Goku's never around. And
Goku's like Goku doesn't really count because his head as a kid.
But because Goku's also not a Saiyan. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
he's a human Saiyan. But he's an Earth Saiyan.
He's a Saiyan from Earth.
Yeah, that's as he puts it.
Yeah, but because the whole thing is like that's something that's so well done in Dragon Ball Super Broly is there's so much stuff that's just implied. You know, it just lets you like think about like certain relationships and that sort of stuff instead of just like saying how it is. You know what I mean? Or saying what happened. Because it's the same thing like when like the little aliens, Chilai and Lemo. Like they give Broly water and food and shit, right? And then like this is like after Paragus like electrocuted him, and like I remember like the girl just goes like, "You fucking monster! Like, how could you do that?" He's just like, "Hey, like you don't know what you're dealing with here."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Paragus just like, "I appreciate you saving us, but you don't know who we are, and let's just leave it at that," you know? And then like Broly also goes like because they go like, "Yeah, fucking your dad's a piece of shit," you know, fuck him, and like even the old guy goes like, "Yeah, your dad's a real piece of work." And then but then Broly goes like, "Yeah, you shouldn't talk about him like that," you know? So like it's implied that like, well, Paragus does care, like he does like
Yeah.
definitely like love him as a father and try to raise him to the best of his ability. It's just like Broly's power is just so fucking enormous and out of control. He had to take extreme measures.
Yeah, it's like it's a combination of like I think it's a combination of like you can tell the frustration and resentfulness, but at the same time the love and care, but the way you have to handle Broly, right?
Yeah.
So it
Yeah,
all kind
exactly,
of
'cause
it all kind of molds together to make this like hostile relationship that maybe is bad and part resentful, but also just completely necessary.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a thing of like because it's in the beginning of the movie where King Vegeta is like, "Yeah, I'm sending him off on this bullshit planet because he's too strong." You know, like he's a liability. He's going to be out of control, and nobody will be able to stop him. You know,
Yeah.
and then Paragus like very aptly also points out, just going like, "You're just jealous because he's stronger than Vegeta."
Yeah, I
You know
really
what
like
mean?
that part of it too
Which,
because
like-
it's this weird
which,
thing
like,
where you're
King
like Vegeta's right, but at the same time you know he's doing it for the wrong reasons, but also he's right.
Yeah, exactly. But that like comes full circle at the end, where like Broly's just losing his fucking mind, destroying everything, and Paragus is just there freaking out, going like, "Holy fuck, maybe King Vegeta was right." You know what I mean? He's like, "My God, like this is out of control. Like, and he can't stop him anymore and shit." You know. So. Also, yeah, as Matt is pointing out in the chat, Paragus's death was the catalyst for Broly's Super Saiyan transformation. So there's obviously some strong emotional connection.
Yeah, but you'd have to be right. I was never denying that the relationship was all bad. Obviously, it's there. I mean, it's the only other person Broly has ever known his entire life.
Yeah,
Which is part of the reason that Paragus can kind of keep him under his thumb, and like Broly defends Paragus as well, right? Because even if it is a tumultuous relationship filled with some good and bad, like it's still all Broly knows. So it's not like he knows any better. It's not like he knows it's a bad relationship, right?
Yeah,
he doesn't have the ability to recognize that.
Yeah, but it's I don't know. Like that's the Broly Paragus relationship is one of my favorite things about the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie.
I'm gonna buy that on
like
Blu-ray later and just get out of my mind and just go ahead and watch it again.
Yeah, I feel like we could probably fill an entire podcast just about that movie because it's so fucking good.
It's so good.
It's so fucking good.
So, with that being said, we've almost hit an hour, so let's open it up to the 3 questions. And at one point, we'll put a DBZ Part 2 on the poll because obviously it's real easy for us to talk about.
It's super easy to talk about, but like we could also put Star Wars Part 2 on the poll.
That's true. That's true.
Dude, I don't know if you saw like my tweet earlier, where I said like it's really hot outside today, which means that the gym is nice and empty, but it also means that my heart is racing faster than Sebulba during the Bunta Eve, and you better believe I'm gonna crash harder as well. And like fucking Rufio responded, he's like, "This is such an obscure reference." I was like, "Yeah, I guess it is."
I get it.
I guess like a couple of people got it.
Yeah,
but it's
cool
just
kids
like,
get it.
it's very obscure and like particular. I feel like.
First question by Dreamy Daddy. Everybody go follow Dreamy Daddy, please. Question 1: what is the best way to start DBZ as a newbie? I would just.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good question. Yeah,
You can kind of start. See, where did I start? I started at the Cell Saga, but the thing is, if you start at the beginning of the Frieza Saga or the Cell Saga or the Buu Saga, it's not a bad start. But the original start is obviously the Saiyan Saga with Raditz showing up to planet Earth.
I mean, like you have OG Dragon Ball before that.
Yeah, but that's real long. You can get kind of intricate. So, like, personally, I think, because maybe that's the way I fell into it, is it's better to watch Dragon Ball later if you like to, for the little stories and stuff.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I would say start with the Saiyan Saga, which is like the first. So the first episode, start with Dragon Ball Z, right? So just the first episode there, because Dragon Ball Z starts off just like super action packed, and there's a lot of stuff going on, so it's easier like I feel to just like hook you right away. Whereas like with OG Dragon Ball, it's kind of a slower start. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like OG Dragon Ball as well is like way more like, I wouldn't say kid friendly,
Yeah,
but like
but it's more for younger individuals, so it's not as intense.
I
Also,
mean like there's way more like uh Master Roshi perviness.
oh
in
yeah,
it
that's
and
true.
stuff. But it is like kind of like it's kind of like The Hobbit for Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So
It's a good setup, not
so
necessary to watch Lord of the Rings.
yeah, it's a little more lighthearted and stuff. So, but I would say like start with Z. I start with Saiyan Saga. The thing is though, like with Dragon Ball Z, there's a lot of filler,
Yeah,
right? And it's like very very drawn out, which is fine if you watch it week to week, but it's kind of difficult if you're gonna binge it. So maybe start with Dragon Ball Z, like Kai.
so that's what
You know?
Mofo Matt was just saying, but I disagree with that for the fact that DBZ Kai, because that's the version we got in America the most, at least like
Yeah.
within the past couple of years to get people through it. Yeah, it cuts out a lot of the filler, but at the same time, it also edits out a good bit. So it's also
Yeah.
a lot more kid friendly, which takes some of the edge of some of the stuff.
Yeah, but I would say like it's easier to just like kind of blow through. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
but-
like if you feel like you're into it, then you can go back and like watch shit that maybe you missed because you can always look up like what got taken out, right? So I would say like start with that, then like watch Dragon Ball Super and watch Dragon Ball Super Broly because Dragon Ball Super Broly is one of, if not the best things.
Yeah. Also,
in Dragon Ball.
Mofo Matt just pointed out there's an unrated version of Kai with the blood and guts and swearing and stuff, which I didn't realize.
okay.
So maybe start
then
with
watch
Kai.
that one.
Start with
Yeah.
Kai, and if Dragon Ball Z Kai gets you, go back to just regular Dragon Ball Z because some of the filler is really good.
Yeah, and then I'd say like after like getting through Z and Super, I would like watch OG Dragon Ball if you're super into it.
Yeah, and it's
I would not watch GT.
GT is what they tried to do after Z, and then it failed so hard. They're like, it's not canon, so don't worry
Yeah.
about it. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not the actual story, guys. It's a big old what if.
Yeah,
Also, Dragon Ball Z Heroes. If you stumble upon that, that's just a big what if thing too.
yeah, that's basically just fan fiction.
Yeah.
but it's pretty dope. It's pretty fun. Let's see. Question 2: what are your top 5 Dragon Ball movies? Oh, that's actually like a really good question. Well, like number 1
Is
for me
Dragon
definitely
Ball
is
Z
Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Yeah, it's also one of the few that's actually in canon.
Yeah.
Number 2 for me might be the original Broly.
Okay. I would say for me, number 2 would probably be Cooler's Revenge
That's fair. That's fair.
because I love Cooler.
Let's see. Also, I want to point out that like the original Broly movie, the soundtrack is done by Pantera, so that's pretty fucking sick.
Dude, like a bunch of those like movies have like
Go
badass
hard.
songs.
Yeah.
I remember Lord Slug has like Disturbed in it.
And so they're fighting and like fucking dying and bleeding all over the place, and you just hear fucking like Tens by Pantera just like,
Yeah, well, Tens plays when Broly initially transformed.
oh
right?
yeah. That's his like transformation song.
Cool. Yeah. Let's see. I mean, I guess we could count like Battle of Gods and Resurrection F as well.
They're not going on my list for the sheer fact that I haven't seen them, and also I watched like they're movies that got turned just into a story arc. So
Yeah. But I really like those too. Fusion Reborn is very good.
I
That's
haven't.
the one with Janemba.
Yeah, that one
So-
was okay. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. What I liked, and this might be an odd one for people, is I really like the BoJack one
Oh yeah,
because it's the only
I
other.
watched BoJack a bunch.
Yeah, it's the only other one that actually kind of fits in canon, but also it gives.
Yeah.
It's the
You
it's
can,
the
you can
only.
imagine it fitting in.
Yeah,
right?
it's the only other one. It's the only other time Gohan ever goes like original like Super Saiyan 2
Super
ape
Saiyan
shit
2.
bat fucked, right? Like
Yeah.
he like because after that saga, spoiler alert, Jimmy Daddy, he ends up like losing that ability because he detrains. He still keeps Super Saiyan 2 like when he confronts Deborah,
Yeah.
but you can tell it's not quite
just
as
not as
powerful.
strong anymore.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
his training isn't as strict and all that kind of stuff, and like he never really gets back to that until he becomes unlocked potential. But even still, like then
yeah.
into Super, he loses that. So, or he doesn't
The thing
lose
I-
it. It's just his potential goes farther down because he Doesn't train.
Yeah, he doesn't train. He just
Yeah.
becomes very successful in his field, which is respectable.
Yeah. I mean, I
But
guess if you want to read books, you dork.
if you want to be a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, for me, like with the movies, like none of them, like except for I guess Dragon Ball Super Broly, none of them have like a really like good story. I feel like.
I like Coolers.
You know what I mean?
Like those two movies.
I like Coolers, but it's super simple. You know what I mean? Like most of the movie stories are super simple.
Yeah.
So like for me, like what goes into it is like, all right, are the movie characters cool? Like are the original movie characters cool?
Yeah.
And is the action fucking dope? You know what I mean? So that's like why I still like the original Broly movie as well, even though their backstory is fucking bogus.
Yeah.
It's still one of the more action-packed movies as well. And Broly as an idea is super cool, right?
Yeah.
I feel the same way about BoJack, where like, all right, like you can like the story can make sense, like as much of a story as there is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you can fit it into the timeline.
Yeah.
And then the action is fucking dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
And isn't it the story behind that is when Cell blew up King Kai's planet, he unlocked where BoJack was and his henchmen were being like locked away?
yeah, I mean it's just BoJack that was locked away. The henchmen were just waiting, I think.
Okay.
Like he just gathered them again.
Yeah.
But then I think it's also like like I like the idea of BoJack, like a space pirate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's a cool gimmick, and I think BoJack looks cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like the BoJack movie as well. Like I think like Bio Broly is the worst.
Yeah.
If we're gonna talk about like bad movies,
Like
I
I did not enjoy it, but it's definitely the worst out of the movies.
Yeah, I also like I'm not a big fan of Lord Slug.
Yeah, it was okay.
It's basically just like, oh, it's Demon King Piccolo from space. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like I already watched the Demon King Piccolo arc, which is way more interesting and well done. So go fuck yourself. Yeah. Yeah. But like I think the movies are just fun for just like if you don't take them super seriously, like for one-offs.
Yeah.
And then like it has a bunch of cool action, and then like even like in action, Dragon Ball Super Broly excels because it has way bigger budget.
Yeah.
And it's just like way cooler animation.
Yeah.
I remember watching Dragon Ball Super Broly with a girl once, and then like they start fighting and this and that, and they like fight for like 5 minutes, and she just turns to me and she goes like, "Wait, are they gonna be fighting for the rest of the movie?" I was like, "You fucking betcha." So that was pretty cool.
Somehow, guys,
Yeah.
believe it or not, the rest of that evening still went well.
Yeah, like it's like she actually kind of like she enjoyed it because like like she was like, well, at least I know what I'm up for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she was cool because she was like not against Dragon Ball because she had like brothers that watched it back in the day or whatever. So she was like, oh yeah, I used to watch it. It always looked kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I was just like, yeah, sure. Like she was the one that like had the movie, not me.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Oh man, I have to allow this comment from Oppo Matt, which is, dude, DBS Broly is the biggest pussy slayer.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Dreamy Daddy says the girl was me, by the way, which isn't true, Dreamy Daddy, because we obviously know you don't watch movies.
Yeah. You fucking bitch.
All right, now we need to find that question number 3, because I think we went through the movies.
There was one, yeah. Super Saiyan 4 versus Super Saiyan God. Who would win?
Super Saiyan God, because Super Saiyan 4 is just
Yeah.
another powered up level of a Saiyan, rather than God is them tapping into like an unheard of power, like a different type of power source that is,
Yeah.
outer worldly. It's godly.
Also, I think Super Saiyan God is cooler. Like it's just doper.
The idea at first was I was kind of like, oh, come on, like you're pushing it, but then like the idea and the explanation of it and how it's almost a way to get away from constantly just powering up and stuff like. I was kind of like, all right, that's neat.
I also remember seeing like Goku initially as like Super Saiyan God, like with the red hair.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's kind of lame.
I hate the animation they do for Goku whenever he's just Super Saiyan God, because he looks like just this little kitty anime character. Like his features are all soft.
Yeah, he looks like an Naruto.
Yeah, it's so strange. And even in the Dragon Ball Z like they kept Vegeta the same, but then when Goku turned, I was like, why the fuck do you look so different? Stop.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, but then Vegeta turned Super Saiyan God, and I was like, all right, maybe there's something to this.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe there's something to this form.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a bitch.
Vegeta be looking kind of fucking badass.
Yeah.
And then like I remember like Super Saiyan Blue being like, really, do we need this? But then like seeing it a couple of more times, I've like grown accustomed to it and I actually kind of like it.
Yeah.
So, because that was the thing. Like I think like Super Saiyan 4 looks cool. Like I think from design perspective, it's pretty dope.
Yeah, I like the idea of
But
incorporating
overall,
their,
I
like, monkey
prefer
heritage or whatever.
Yeah, which is another thing I love about Dragon Ball Super Broly. But but then yeah, I just like Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue better. So
yeah, I do like the idea of Super Saiyan God for the sheer fact that it's kind of like, all right, Beerus has helped them unlock like the energy and the ability to like use the energy and the kai of like the gods and stuff, and have tapped on past that mortal level because they've become so powerful that they've tapped into something completely new. And then Goku and Vegeta still just fucking saying it up, and they're just like, oh, now that we're like have god level power, like let's still fucking go Super Saiyan with it, bro. Let's still let's still fuck around, get our hair big.
Let's get even stronger, dude, with this new power.
Like, we don't need to, but let's still pop this top and just fucking oomph it by 50, you know.
Yeah, I also like because we didn't talk about that, but I saw it mentioned in the chat, like because we were talking about Hit and like him being gimmicky, and which is why they can't beat him.
Yeah.
And then like somebody mentioned it, like and then Jiren just fucking shows up.
Yeah.
Like like in a way, I do like kind of like Jiren because he is like he's just a power spike again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like he doesn't have the shit of like regeneration and all that kind of stuff. Like he's kind of like Frieza in that sense. He's just super duper fucking strong. Yeah, I mean. But I understand the criticism for it because it's just like very simplistic in nature, right?
Yeah.
So,
Julian with an unaccustomed fourth question: would Goku or Vegeta be able to beat Beerus yet? No, not where I'm at.
No, I don't think so.
No. And I think that's the point. I think Beerus doesn't get beat until it's time for one of them to like take his place and him step down. And what I think happens, or what I think would be neat, is because even Whis talks to Vegeta about it. Like, I'll train you, but then you have to become a destroyer for me. And Vegeta's like, oh wait, what? So I think Vegeta takes the place of Beerus at some point, and then Goku maybe like what's the All-Seer's name or whatever it is, the two.
Zeno?
Zeno. I think Goku doesn't become the next Zeno or whatever, but he becomes like Zeno's watcher, right? Like he's like Zeno's friend and watcher,
like
and
bodyguard.
Yeah, almost the equivalent to Vegeta in the sense where it's like, oh yeah, Goku will make sure things don't go bad out there. Like he's got like he's Zeno, because like Zeno, when he shows up to take care of a problem, he's just like, I'll just get rid of all of you. But like he can have like Goku, he can like Vegeta's the one that does the necessary destruction, but Goku's the one that maybe keeps the peace because they don't really have that role now.
Yeah, and because it's the thing as well, because like I've thought about it like a little bit. Like Vegeta would be the one that like actually would be able to like
do the dirty work.
Trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, like on the destruction stuff, right?
He's just like, I'm supposed to do this now? Fuck yes.
yeah. Because that's the thing as well. Like another like great thing about Dragon Ball Super Broly, like I won't like when Vegeta's Super Saiyan God fighting Broly, like he is noticing like, oh, this dude is getting stronger and stronger like the entire time, right? Like he is dangerous. So he just tries to finish it, and Goku's just like, whoa, calm down, dude, you're gonna fucking kill him. You know, like, but Vegeta's like, yeah, like I gotta do what needs to be done. So
Vegeta's like, you haven't noticed I kill people. Like I don't really care. You're the one asking them to change their ways. I'm asking them to get fucked.
You're the one that gives them energy and senzu beans and believes they will become better people, but it never happens. That's something I love about fucking the beginning of Dragon Ball Super Broly as well. Like where Vegeta just like keeps calling Goku a dumbass.
Yeah.
He's just like, you fucking asshole, you brought Frieza back to life. Yeah. He's just like, you really think he's gonna like be a menace? You know, he's just like, yes, because that's how he is. You know, like he's gonna like he almost caught up to us in like 2 months.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you think he's gonna do?
I love that too, because it's like now, like because they're so powerful, Frieza is literally just like Yeah, now we got this to worry about. Like, we got to go fucking swat him every once in a while. Like, he's just like an
Yeah,
underlying kind of nuisance.
yeah, and that's the thing as well. Like, I like the thing in, like with Frieza as well, where like he discovers Paragus and Broly being super fucking strong, and he's just like, oh, but like instead of like being just like hating all Saiyans and just like immediately being like, yeah, fucking kill him, yeah, he just goes like, wait, I can use this, you know, because like this could like distract Goku and Vegeta, which will lead me to be able to kill them eventually. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
so man, the Dragon Ball Super Broly was so fucking good.
God, it's good. I am probably
Also,
after training
also,
tonight. I might fuck around and watch it.
yeah. Anyway, I should probably start up my stream so you can rate
Oh
me,
yeah,
right?
start up your stream so we can get the fuck out of here.
Hell yeah,
I'll
dude.
even do the preemptive typing
Dude, start
at
it up.
or no slash. It wasn't even the right slash raid. Oh, now it comes up. Oh, whenever you put a slash now in here, it comes up with all the commands you could do. Oh man, raid at Maki Gamer. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
All right.
Oh, Dreamy
All
Daddy said
right,
something. AJ
one
mess
live,
up the raid
baby.
as well for the Vine. Oh no, I didn't mess it up yesterday. I just straight forgot to do it.
Yeah,
There wasn't
I
even
noticed that so
an
hard.
attempt. And then I tried to make up for it by like hosting you an hour later. But oh, by the way, I am super excited that Dreamy Daddy's playing RDR2. Such a good story. Such a good story. It's a fucking very well made game. I hope he enjoys it.
Okay.
Are you live yet?
Yeah, I'm live, dude.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining this week.
Yes, thank you very much, everybody.
And everybody go join Urinary, and we're gonna hit the button, and we're gonna raid now in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, raid.
There we go. Thank you, AJ. I appreciate it.
Got you. All right, bye everybody.